pretty sure yesterday there was only 2 of those. They're multiplying. Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Woo. I got my hat on. Drank a cup of coffee. I think I'm awake now. Junebug, what you doing? Hi, pretty lady. What are you doing? Woo. It's a cool trick I learned in college. Just sparkling water. Whew. Man. That's gunfire. But I think we're all right. They're not aiming at me. I'm kind of hard to miss. All right. Man, have we got some stuff for you guys today. What are we going to do? We're going to, well, first off, if you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. It's my lovely wife and I's 40 acres in northeast Oklahoma. We've got longhorns, donkeys, 1 extra donkey now.
Oh, the baby's at the same spot on her leg as Lily.
Pig, 3 boys, 3 dogs, no particular order. A Highland, a Angus, and a Long Angus. That sounds... All righty there. June. Yeah, that's why I just say cattle. Oh man, where to start? So Jeremiah and his crew have been building us fence for 2 days, actually a little less than 2 days. And we even got rained on a little bit yesterday, so they had to take a break. But they timed it perfectly with lunch, so it worked out great. Well, I may just have to go around there and show you, but long story short, it ended up being 850. Wait, hang on, let me do some math. My math was correct. With the power of editing, it was correct. 2,100 feet of fence in, yeah, dare I say, I don't even know if it's been a true 2 8-hour days. It's been more like just shy of that, maybe. With the coming and going and waiting on the T-posts and all that stuff. But basically, Thursday and Friday, so 2 days worth of work. They've done 2,000 feet of barbed wire. So, or I should say, 1,900 feet of barbed wire, 200 feet of field fence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 H braces, 2 corners. They're hanging a gate today. My goodness, man. I can't stress enough my appreciation for Jeremiah and his crew and their hard work. I'm actually honored and proud to say that our whole property was done by JW Welding. Our beautiful gate down front, everything, man. I mean, it's just, everything's tight. I mean, what's funny is he's so meticulous and can work so fast at the same time. It's kind of incredible. We'll get him on here in a little bit. He can work so fast and be so meticulous. And of course, he's going to miss a few things or go so fast that he's got to go back and do this, but he doesn't forget. Like there was a couple posts that he was driving in and he bent them and he just lay them over. They still run their barbed wire, come back and put them in. We'll go look at it. Right now we need to sneak over because you guys want to see the new donkey. In case you're not watching both our channels, Doss Outdoors and Doss Farms, there's a baby donkey. Okay. And I know I said that I wouldn't show any babies over on the Doss Outdoors channel. There's going to be more work and projects and things like that. But listen, when you've been waiting on a baby donkey for, I think it was 13 months, and that dude hits the ground and he's pretty, you take his picture. You put him on the interweb, you show the people. That's what you do. So anyway, the cows are watching me because I got in the side-by-side and not the tractor. So they know it's cake day, not hay day. Hey, take it easy. No. Take it easy. The fiercest dog. Hey. If you're a dog lover, I gotta be honest. The next time you need one, get yourself one of them wiener dogs. I've owned a few. I've owned huge dogs. I've owned little dogs. That dog has more personality than probably half the people I've met in my lifetime. He is hilarious, man. So, anyway. All right. Let's go see if we can find this donkey. Oh, wow. It might have just rolled right up on it. such a good mom. Let's go get them some food in the trough, so see if they'll come up and eat. Big sister there's running guard duty. It was me. I did it. I forgot to put the scooper back. It was me. Oh, it's like a sneak attack. Because he's in there eating hay. He doesn't know. Oh boy. Now he knows. Easy, Pooh. Easy, Pooh. There you go, little lady. Oh my, okay. Like you're just starving. Like you're just starving. Listen, Miss Ray came out here yesterday. Look at her. Anyway. Woo. There's more, hey, listen, you talk about personality, man. They came out here yesterday and tried to give everybody apples. And I think out of like a bag of 8 apples, I think she got probably 6 of them. She just takes no prisoners. Where's the baby? Now, I don't know. Will you guys let mom come up here and eat with the baby? Or are you gonna be rude? I touched her. I touched Lily. Boop. Got it. All right, this took some serious coaxing to get up here. We're gonna be really quiet. Lucy knows she can trust me. She's got her own bucket. I'm gonna try and back up. Here we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So it is a little boy. And he is probably a couple days old. We found him, we first saw him on the camera right there Friday morning about 5 a.m. So pretty cool. Let's see, she'll go, she's coming over here. Billy. So this is last year's baby, and she's a little jealous. But I really need mama to eat. Uh-oh. Lily, mom's gonna kick your hiney. Yep. The problem is, you're like your dad. You get snacks all the time. Yeah, you do. You don't need any of them. This is from mom. Lucy, come here. Whoa, look out. You guys are stinkers. You're a stinker. Yeah, you're a stinker. Now listen, there's a 2-ton Tina headed this way. Hang on. I had to drop you guys in the feed bucket and run for cover because that knucklehead tried to take me out by the knees. Hi, buddy. Uncle Donk. Uncle Donk. Oh my goodness. This is quite a treat. Yeah. This is quite a treat right here. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hey, you guys, it's not for you. It's not for you. Lucy, come here. Come here. Eat that? Go eat it. There's a girl. dump some in the grass over there. Those three cows have some cubes. What's up, buddy? What's he doing? Look, his colors are almost just inverted from Lily. My goodness, look at that little baby kick. Saying, watch it, man. My future LGD. Lily's been great with him. Everybody's been great. This pasture's pretty calm. They get a little fired up at supper time, but so do I. No, Nate, look at those ears and legs, man. Trying to see if I can get to the other side of him. And by the way, we're planning on, not only am I gonna roll hay out this winter, we're planning on planting this here in about a week or two, just fescue. I'm just gonna overseed like you wouldn't believe. Oh, here's the other side. What's up, buddy? So I did get to touch him and hold him yesterday. And Mom was actually okay with it. It was when Frank got close that I moved. And Ray and I got back into side by side. But if you want to see that, go over to the Doss Outdoors channel. Oh, we're gonna get a treat. Are we gonna nurse? Oh, darn. Lucy, no wonder you were so big. You almost gave birth to a 1-month-old, I think, there, lady. Lily was the same way, though, honestly. Lily was all leg when she was born. Huge babies. She's not near as big as she looks. Mom's a lot bigger still. This is an amazing mom right here. She's getting ready to run. Yep. She's telling her, hey kid, I gotta eat. I gotta make milk. Say hi. Say hi. Come here. You gonna do like Izzy does and flip your bowl? You gonna flip the bowl like Izzy? Good mama. Oh my goodness, you're such a good mama. Such a good mom. There you go. What's up, buddy? Can I distract you for a minute so mom can eat? Nope. Okay. Now Lucy's not, yeah, she's the boss of the pen. She is way more spry. He's gelded, he can't bray. So she's definitely in charge over here. That was pretty cool. I haven't been that close to him in a day or so. We've got a couple names on the radar. I'm not sure yet. We've also got some plans from moving animals in pens as soon as Jeremiah. He should be done today. Our neighbor moved his Charlet into the pasture right next to us. And of course there's a, I don't know, man, what is this? 25, 30 foot gap. And so there's a big buffer. Nobody can get nose to nose. Maximus will be the buffer plus 400 feet away. Our bull, and as far as their bull goes, our heifers are, and our cows are as far away as Maximus is. But we do get to see some pretty white cows every now and then now. I even saw one that looks just like Tater's. That could be Tater's mama. No, she's too on point. Tater's ain't on point about nothing, man. It's definitely a follower. That could be his mama, who knows? Woo! All right, hey, we're in reverse. Yeah, I knew these knuckleheads would come down here because they've been getting cubes, but they just had a bunch up top. They're all right. This is gonna be a hot one today. Yesterday was the worst. It was the worst day. We're through it. Today is supposed to be like a high of 94, 95. Yesterday, the heat index was 105 at like 1 p.m., but that's when we got the rain. So it knocked it about 10 degrees and it felt amazing. But yeah, check this out. Holy cow. I mean, it's just incredible how fast they've done this back here. I already got the air on. Lo siento. Look at that. Now there's a gate right there, but that we're not likely ever to like come back here. That was just the best place, the most efficient place. I didn't really want it over there because that would take another pipe and another gate for that matter, another brace. This is not going to be a high traffic gate. So I took that chance. We also have a little ditch right there that I don't think has water in it, but maybe once a year. But that's what we did. I'm not worried about it. You can't have enough gates, but I'll say this. If I'm gonna come into this pasture back here, I'm gonna use the gate at the top. It's just so much more manageable. There are there's 3 entry points. There's gonna be that one, the one up top that you'll see me sneak into in a second, where we feed cubes, and then the main gate running across the back of the 1.5 acres we just cleared. So we have now, I need to measure raised pasture. I'm pretty sure it's 4 acres. It might be a little less, but we now have a 20-acre pasture, raised pasture, let's call it 4, an 8 and a 5, and they all have 3 gates except for Ray's has 2, but it's the smallest. That's amazing. I mean, that's plenty of entry points. That's plenty of places to get trailers. I mean, just very, yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited. Look at that, man. 6 strands of barbed wire, top to bottom. And yes, we're gonna seed this. I mean, like I said, I'll come back here and drive it, look around, hang out, but I can still seed it, you know, and I will. We'll spray our fence lines with like RM43 from Tractor Supply, which, by the way, again, huge shout out to Tractor Supply. My local store sponsored this last 20 acres, fencing this in. I mean, when I say sponsored, I think they gave me almost 35-40% off of the T-post, the barbed wire, and they actually forgot to include enough clips to get this done because we went 6 strands. So every T-post comes with enough clips to do 5 strands of barbed wire, and we did 6. And we had 150 T-posts. No, more than that. It was 165 T-posts, and we needed another clip for every single one. So yesterday I called him up. The guy's name's Todd. I said, dude, I need another bag. And he was like, no worries, I got you. And I said, well, my fence guy's on his way. Jeremiah walked in. Todd was like, hey, I got these for Doss Farms. That was it, man. So shout out to those guys, man. I like Tractor Supply. I'm a big fan. I am. They take great care of us. Man, there are deer all over this thing. Hang on. Look at all that. So, now don't kid yourself, okay? That fence is nothing for a deer. From watching guys like Andrew Flair and a couple others, I think to have like a deer refuge, you gotta have an 8-foot fence. That's like a unicorn deer that can jump an 8-foot fence. So to keep them in, like, it's actually illegal to hunt deer inside of an 8-foot fence unless I think you're a refuge, because otherwise you are like breaking the law, like you're trapping those deer. So, and I'm not trying to get into logistics and law and all that junk. I'm just saying that they can jump this fence with ease. But yesterday they clearly learned that there's a new fence here and they got to figure out some way to get in and some way to get out, which what they'll do is come to the crest of the hill right here. So that's the back corner back there. Trying to see if we have some deer tracks. Just looks like some Dave tracks, if you ask me. Oh, there he is, or she. Yeah, they walked this whole line yesterday. That's hysterical. So here, sorry, this is the crest of this hill. This would be the easiest place for deer to jump. Other than the 1.5 acres up top, we have to fence in. Ray and I are gonna do it. We're gonna fence in about 300 feet, and it's gonna be like a Kentucky 4-board. So the deer are gonna jump right in and out of that, like no problem. So, pretty cool. Hey, y'all that have done this before, do you paint your posts? You let them be? What do? We had him paint all the ones on the roadside just because it's attractive and pretty. But like, should we paint those? Do you paint them? Is that silly? I mean, I know paint makes everything last longer, but we're talking about a metal post, okay? My neighbor's got 800 acres, been there since the 50s, and there's original metal posts in the ground doing just fine. So, and they weren't painted. But I also know that it does look pretty and paint's not expensive. So let me know, what should we do? Also hang on, let's get down here. Also, the purple paint law doesn't really exist in Oklahoma. So quiet. The purple paint law doesn't really exist in Oklahoma, and here's why. And if you don't know what the purple paint law is, if you see purple paint in the state of Missouri, where I'm from, I now live in Oklahoma, but where I grew up, if you see purple paint, that means no hunting, no trespassing. You're not allowed. You don't have to have signage. It's just known. I mean, it's a law. In Oklahoma, there's no purple paint law, but there's also no signage law. So I bought all these cute signs like donkey on premises, donkey will bite, bull on premises, dogs on premises, and I was just going to put them through the woods along the fence line. So that way when we do have hunters, because we buddy up against a lot of land. Now, my neighbors directly do not allow anyone to hunt on their land. So if I see someone, it's not my neighbor, and they are not welcome. We know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, but in Oklahoma, you also don't have to have a sign now as of 2021. And I looked that up this morning, and it still stands. No signage needed. Used to, you have to like mark your entry points. So like down there in the bottom where I just showed you that gate, that would need a sign on it. You don't have to mark like out here on this 850-foot run. You don't have to mark that because you can't get in unless you trespass. You have to climb over their fence. There's no way to get in. But yeah, now you don't have to do anything. And it can be anything from a misdemeanor. If somebody wants to press charge, it can be all kinds of things. Either a walnut fell, or it was a squirrel, or a crow, or a beaver, or a liger, or squatch, but there's something in the woods over there. This is amazing. I cannot believe this is where I get to raise my boys and my family. It was very, very bleak a few months ago. For a very short time, it was very bleak. For a blip in my lifetime, it was not fun. And we stayed strong and we didn't back off from our faith. And I believe that it wasn't obedience through suffering, because I've learned that lesson many times in life. This was perseverance through the suffering and being rewarded for the blessing. And the blessing was waking up at 3 a.m., right? It's not a normal wake up time, but yep, let's feed some cows. Come on, cow. My gosh. That's awesome. Come on, boys. Who else is that? Little donk. Someone else is back. Finn, that's who. Hi, little one. What's you doing? What's up, Allie? Miss Bonnie, Honey, Nellie, Allie, Glory. Hello, lady. Sorry. Miss Fiona. Benjamin. What you doing, Benjamin? Princess. Maximus. Tipsy. Junebug. Junebug. What you doing? What's up, buddy? Hey, come here, brother. Guess who's a daddy again? You is. Yes, you are. What's up, buddy? Yeah, you're a daddy again. It's a beautiful little boy. Our plan for the new baby boy donkey at this time, I mean, consider that he's, as far as we know, about 26 hours old. So we're not in a huge hurry to figure out where he's going to be or what he's going to do and all that stuff. But when Jeremiah gets this fence done today, barring like an equipment failure or something, only an emergency would keep him from getting this done. Hey, don't let the baby push you off the pile. Come on now. But yeah, we're going to let this pasture rest entirely. This 8 acres. Nobody's going to be on it. The front pasture, we're actually going to move Beans, Frank, Honey, MJ, and Princess. All of them are going to go over there. I think we're going to try him in there with them because he's a lot more protective. And these cattle don't need protection. The calves do, but not now. And we're moving all the calves to the front pasture except for Beans and Allie. So we'd rather have him with them. And back here, it's just going to be the mama cows. And we still have a heifer, technically. Actually, even if they've had one calf, they're still a heifer. But we've got one. June is still a first calf heifer, even if she's bred. Bunny's a heifer. Is that it? I think that's it. So Sunny, Bunny, and June Belle, Nellie, Princess, Fiona, Tipsy, and Glory will be in here. And I might put Badonkadonk in here with him. I don't know though. He's pretty buddy with Lily. So we thought about putting Badonkadonk and Lily in here, giving Lucy and the baby the small pasture just for now. You don't really mess with Belle while she's eating. Hi, Mama. Yeah, I know. She's a great cow, but when they're eating, man, you just give them their room. Just give them room. What's up, stud? Hey, what do you think we should name your boy? Do you have a name picked out? We're thinking naming him something after you. Like your little donk. So we call him like Baby Donk. Little donk and Baby Donk. But see, he won't be a baby forever. But maybe then, since he's going to be a guard donkey like you, it's kind of misleading. It's like the guy that had the nickname Little John. He wasn't little. We are planning on keeping those 2 jacks, and we're going to probably keep them intact. As long as... That's such a stinker. As long as he guards as well as his dad. Lily is also very much on point all the time. Like you can't really get around Lily. And she's pretty protective, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. "200 feet of field fence, a couple braces, some line posts, 1,800 feet of barbed wire, 6 strands, and you did it for popsicles." Yeah.
I got one. It'll do.
That's because nobody eats those. That's why they're. Hey, your boy wanted red. I was like, does he know it tastes like Robitussin?
Well, I guess we'll find out. I haven't heard him scream yet.
He said it's so hot. It's, I imagine, just about any flavor to do right now. So he's pretty content. I didn't shove a camera in his face, but he's happy, Dad.
That's good.
So. Oh, man. Woo! What do you think, Wiener? What do you think, Wiener? Goose. Goosey goose. Oh, man, I'm just going to go get me some soap. Cabela, what are you doing? Hey, listen, that still needs to be picked up. The people know that that's been there like a week, but someone ate the mat. There's an antler, Carter's swimsuit. I know exactly who did it. You little wiener. The number one question I get asked is, do you guys use the pool? Do you believe that? Yes, we use the pool. I just think it's super weird you want to watch us swim. That's weird, okay? I swim like a rock, personally, but I can touch. But yeah, come out here and like film us swimming and that's weird. That gets you on the no, not invited to the parent reading list at school. Since we've been doing Doss Outdoors and since we've got Doss Farms, we're on the internet a lot. And I want you guys to know something that I mentioned it a few videos back, but it never falls short on me. What is perceived as many, many blessings after a lot of hard work. And I'm closing in on like 1,000 videos on one channel. I've had other channels. Now I've got Doss Outdoors. Between shorts and Facebook, I'm a couple thousand videos deep, without a doubt. I sincerely appreciate you tuning in no matter what. The hardest part about farming or creating or working is success. Because when you're not successful, and whatever your measure of successful is, when you're not successful, you're generally, there's resentment in your heart. And when people see barbed wire going in to the tune of 2,000 feet over 48 hours, that's a lot of hard work to be able to pay for that. If it wasn't hard work that paid for it, I would have done it the day we moved in, but I didn't. I fenced in 13 acres. Then I fenced in 20, right? Actually, raised pen and this backyard weren't done at the same time either. It was all budgeted over the last 7-8 months. And one of the dogs has got a fur ball or something. Good grief, Oscar. The hardest part of doing all this is still showing how content we are with what we've got, okay? It's funny, you know, when you go from old vehicles like we had to newer vehicles like we have now, but nobody remembers the old vehicle that you traded. They just see your nice new shiny pickup. They don't remember the Chevy Silverado that you drove when you first started YouTube with 140,000 miles, which is not that much. I'm just saying it was time. It was time for a new transmission or a new truck. So that, just stay with me here. But people see that and you just get some resentment. Comes from a very dark spot. It's right there with jealousy, envy, coveting. I mean, it's not a place I ever want to be in life, but I've been there before I knew what success was, before I knew what hard work created. You know, Jeremiah and Jacob both do, and Isaiah both do very, very well for themselves, very well. Jeremiah is looking at buying some land right now because of his hard work. Jeremiah, I'm not so sure that you could call him and get him to do 2,000 feet of fence in an afternoon or two like we did. We got it because we're friends, number one, but because we're also repeat customers, and he's done, I need to add it up, but it's like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 feet of fencing out here. This was finishing a project for Jeremiah. This wasn't coming out and doing a little job. He's now so big that he's got guys that work for him like Jacob, and Jacob's no small fish either. And he can pass work and he can find guys to work with him. And that is success. That's successful. Whether you're aiming for your 40 by 40 or your 4 by 4 or your 60 by 60, whatever your goal is, once you hit it, that's success. When you can look around at what you've got with Thanksgiving in your heart and appreciate that after several thousand videos and a lot of hard work and learning, and it's almost like I don't even know how successful I'll be next year. And what I mean by that is when I first started, 2 cows, 2 steers was success. I could not believe I owned 2 Angus Holstein steers that I paid like $100 for it was Emerald Dairies in Missouri. I want to say like near Sheldon or the other side of Carthage, Missouri, somewhere in between there. But that was success. And you'll never change my mind. That was successful. Leasing my neighbor's 8 acres, leasing the 3 acres my dad's on now. That was success. And then getting my Highland. I mean, I paid $1,200 for a Highland bull. And June was $2,000. Tessie was $2,000. Of course, Dad bought Tessie. It's not the dollar amount. It was the progression. And then when I decided to get into Longhorns, I knew I needed a bull. I knew I needed a few cows. And now I've got a bull that makes cows or makes more cattle. And I get cows. And now I can pick which ones I want based on temperament, genetics, horns. And that's the success. And just don't let anybody tell you that wherever you're at in your success isn't successful, because they're just upset they're not where you're at, okay? Nobody at the top, no real somebody at the top, is going to tell you you're not there yet, because the top knows what it takes to get to the top. Lily popped off, now Little Donk's popping off. His will go twice as long though. He's got another round. 3 rounds. Before. There's a great photo bomb, literally. Just know that wherever you're at in your journey to success, success is the journey, in my opinion. You know, once you have everything you've got, or everything you want and everything you need, if you didn't learn from it, if you didn't grasp the journey, I don't think you have anything. I don't. I've never met anybody who's truly successful by a measure that I would warrant successful. I've never met anybody who wasn't still learning. And that's what we're doing. You know, we've learned that alpacas aren't for us. We don't have a great exotic veterinarian near us. Goats aren't for us. They're very susceptible to a lot of allergies and things that can go wrong. And I don't like chasing them when they get out of the fence. And I don't like the noises they make, the way the bucks smell. Okay, anyway, don't get me started on goats. Cows, especially longhorns, are incredibly hardy. And I love it. The donkeys are incredibly hardy. And I love it. Coonies, they don't get overweight. I mean, you can make them overweight, but you know what I'm saying? Just follow me here. So just know that I hope that when you see things like this, and this is not aimed at any comment or any email I've ever gotten, this is what I think about when I go to sleep at night. When you see anything out here, go watch one of the 2,000 or 3,000 videos I've got on social media to see how content I was 2.5 years ago. Or, oh my goodness, man. I mean, I'll link my first video ever when I went and walked around the property with Case and Adler when we leased a little over 3 acres from my mom and dad's neighbor. And I was super excited. Man, I had a 1/4 acre in town. I leased 3 acres down the road by mom and dad. And I had a dozen chickens and 3 goats and a pig. And I was so content. And that's success. That's important. My success was convincing the neighbor to lease me 3 acres. My success was taking my first 2 bottle calves and getting them to 800-900 pounds and putting beef in my freezer for my boys and my family. And I just really want you guys to grasp where you're at is successful if you're doing God's will, if you're seeking God's will, if you're going forward. Okay, the only thing you can do, going backwards a little bit, taking a step back and appreciating things or rethinking things, that's okay. Just don't stay still. That's the big one. Okay? Now, be still and know that I am God, right? But don't stay stagnant. You can be content with what you've got on your journey, but don't stay stagnant, okay? There's a purpose, if you're not dead, for your life. There's a purpose. There is a reason you're here. God is not done with you. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces.